So, how many of you guys hate holding a position and it goes from being green on the day and then it quickly pulls on back? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. And one of the stocks that I want to talk about today is AMC. It's getting a lot of attention today, a lot of hype. You guys can see that I have over 2,600 shares, or I have 2,600 shares. I'm up $12,000 on the day. It's a nice recovery. But one of the things that we need to talk about is how much did it suck when AMC was consolidating here? We talked about it on this channel, and we never encourage people to sell. We never encourage people to buy. At the end of the day, all we ever encourage you to do is to become aware of the current direction of this stock. And once it began to get rejected, and then once it broke below $50 a share, it was getting rejected on the 4-hour time frame by this nice little EMA line. You guys can look into it, do your own analysis, and let me know if you agree. The thing that I want to avoid is if you were very desperate and if you were very uncomfortable when AMC stock was pulling on back, it was most likely because you had too much money invested in your position. And people tend to get very hopeful when it pushes up very quickly, right? This happens all the time with AMC. It pushes up very quickly, and then guess what? At the EMA line, it gets rejected. It sells off. Again, it's that roller coaster of emotions, right? You become very desperate. It begins to pick up, and you're like, no, this is it. This is the time that it actually fully recovers. It approaches the EMA line and then gets rejected once again. Now, today, it is a little bit different, right? We did break above the EMA line, but it's not just breaking above the EMA line, it's holding above it. And the reason I'm making this video is to encourage you to have a plan. What if it begins to trade below the EMA line again? Are you going to reduce your position size? Are you going to cut losses on a portion of your position? Are you going to sell it all together? Or are you going to continue to hold? There's no right or wrong answer. It's only what's best for your future self and whatever you can tolerate. There's people that are very comfortable holding AMC as it sells off. I'm not really talking to you guys, right? These are for the people that really do feel uncomfortable, that become depressed and become an emotional mess when AMC begins to pull on back. Maybe it's a better decision to sell a portion of your position at these higher levels in case it does pull on back, preparing for worst case scenario, right? So you can buy more at the lower levels. Again, there's not a right or wrong answer for everyone. Everyone can approach this stock in a very different way. All we need to be aware of is that more often than not, for the past month, AMC has been getting rejected by the EMA line. So I thought I would just do my part in talking about, hey, it pushed up back at that same resistance level of $40 a share that it got rejected at a couple days ago. It doesn't mean that it has to get rejected again. It just means that it has in the past before. So if you were very uncomfortable at these lower levels, then make sure you don't put yourself in the same position in the near future. And what can you do about it? Again, reducing position size, selling it all together, or doing something to not be so emotionally invested, which means most likely you're going to have to reduce your position in some form of way. Again, if you want to buy more at these levels, all power to you. If you want to sell more at these levels, all power to you. All I ever want to do is talk about when we approach these resistance levels and not blindly encourage people to hold because, the squeeze is coming. It's at the end of the day, it continues and continues to get rejected. I would rather do my part. A lot of you guys saw, right, that I had over 3,000 shares, nearly 3,500 shares. And it sucks to hold 3,500 shares and to ride it all the way back down. So what I began to do, and I did this during the live trading session today with the Learn Plan Profit Group, is as we reached these new highs, I decided to sell a portion of my position, and then as it pulled back a little bit, I bought a little bit more. Again, the only people that freak out during market crashes or stock pullbacks are not the people that are prepared, but it's the people that didn't do anything to prepare to be able to buy the dip. So if you have no money to buy the dip on anything, then you're pretty much just hoping it does begin to recover. Not only did I want to update you guys on my AMC position, on my Webull account, but as well as on my Fidelity account. I took a pretty heavy position, and I'm going to sell more than half of this today. This is AMC, so up 36,000. Tesla, I'm shorting it, so I just took my short position. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I announced it. And then my SQQQ position, I bought 1,500 more shares. I only had 1,500, so now I have 3,000 shares. And my American Airlines position, we just just crossed the $10,000 mark for American Airlines for a total of $37,000 on the day. So an amazing recovery on the day, but I'm going to make sure that I prepare for the worst case scenario. I'm not here to hope and pretend that AMC has been amazing for the past couple of weeks, because it has not. I am going to anticipate the best, but prepare for the worst. And what does that mean? I'm going to most likely sell, just enough shares, probably around 600 more shares by the end of the day. I'll keep 2,000 shares, which is still a decent dollar amount for me. 2,000 shares, and in case it does pull one back, I have another 1,500 shares I can buy at the lower levels. Again, the idea is simply having enough money left over in your account that if it does pull one back, that you don't put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, right? Everyone loves to talk about AMC and how much, money they're making on the green days. But let's be honest, I've gotten so many people that message me that say that I'm the only one that ever shows and talks about AMC on the red days. I show you how much it is that I'm down. I don't ever want you to feel like you're alone. And it's just keeping it real, right? Making sure that you're aware that when that direction is in our favor, AMC can be amazing. But when that direction is not in our favor, mitigating risk is super important. Super, super important. And let's not forget about that. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Hope that it earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Let me know in the comment section what you guys plan to do with your AMC trade. Are you locking in profits? Are you reducing your position size? Or are you buying more? Again, I'm not here to critique you, right? At the end of the day, you have to do your job to set your future self up for success. I'm just here to share my thoughts and hope that we prepare for the worst. So make sure to stay connected. All the links are down in the description. If you guys want to watch me trade live tomorrow, that's that second link down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.